Good morning, my friends. Good morning, my friends. We are live. That's going to be my new intro. All right. What I want to share with you first, let me say I will not have time to cover this as much as it needs to be covered. I could write an entire book about this. I believe people have written entire books about this, but I want to talk about it because it's important. And it's a question that you need to have answered in your heart. And that question is, am I good enough? Okay. Am I good enough as a man? So we start asking this question almost from birth. So if you think about a toddler, right, when they begin to walk, they're walking, and then they may fall down, but man, mom and dad or whoever's just like, "Oh, you did so good," and you see that baby smile light up, their eyes light up like a Christmas tree. Like, man, they like feel so good. They feel validated. They're good enough. They may have, you know, taken one step and fallen, and you know busted their head, but they feel, man, like I did it. I feel good about myself. I feel validated as we get older, become, a teen or boy, and like we're looking as men, we're looking for validation from our father. We want to hear that we're good enough. We want to hear that we have what it takes. And then we move into teen years, right? What happens in the teen years? Peer pressure, right? Like there's this pressure. We want to feel like we're good enough. Okay, moves into early adulthood. We move in, maybe you may go to college, you may go in the workplace, you may start a business, you may get married. You're looking for validation. You want to feel good about who you are and what you do as a man. And then you get into adult, like real adulthood, 30s, 40s, 50s. And a lot of people, a lot of men move into this place and they don't have the answer. Well, they do have the answer, but it may not be the answer that they wanted to hear, that they wanted to receive, and most important, that they wanted to feel. So, you know, a lot of times this happens. I've seen this happen from, either, a boy, his number one, maybe his father's not there. Number two, his father didn't validate him, right? His father invalidated him, like denigrated him, called him a weak, called him a pansy, called him possibly much more damaging, hurtful words than that. And that causes wounds that are not easily healed. They're healable, but they're not easily healed. Maybe the father's there and he's quiet, he's silent, he doesn't speak. And in that silence comes confusion. In that silence comes confusion. And in that silence, there can be a wound as well. It could be small, but if boys grow to men and they haven't answered that question, am I good enough? Do I have what it takes? It's going to haunt them for like their entire life until they get the answer to that question. So some men are able to answer that question going through certain experiences in life. Maybe it could be going to the military, it could be going through college, whatever experience, like sometimes sports, certain challenges in life, and something clicks. And what if you're in that place and you don't feel like you're living in a place of power because you don't have that validation from men because it didn't come from your father? Validation from your mother's great. It's valuable. It's useful. It's not, doesn't carry the same weight as from a father typically, because that's how the structure is in most men's minds. Now there's a place where you can elevate to, and you can get to a place where really that you understand that all I need is within me. Okay. All I need is within me, that you don't actually need that validation from him. That was a story that you were telling yourself as a kid because of our programming and our wiring. It's normal. But understand that if you have that uncertainty in your life, that whenever a problem shows up at your doorstep, on your desk, at your house, in that relationship, whatever it may be, that you have the capacity and the ability to solve it. Okay. To be the fucking man, step up and do what it is that you need to do. If you don't have that internal peace, strength, and confidence, you need to find it, my friend. We have a epidemic going on in our world of weak, powerless men, and a lot of that is a result because of their fathers weren't the fathers that they needed to be, And this is the legacy that they're passing on. And it's unfortunate because it's not a legacy to be proud of at all. It's a legacy of creating disempowered men. So there is a way to find it. It's going to take some work. There's going to be some work within, internal. There's going to be some external work where you're going to have to prove to nobody else. This is between you and God. This is your business to handle. But just consider, like, if you're carrying that burden around of not feeling good enough, not man enough, like, you need to fix that problem. Consider it as probably the number one problem in your life. And whenever you tackle it, when you focus on that, and whenever you get the answer and that validation you're seeking, it will begin to open doors unto you that have never been opened before. Okay. So, something I tell myself, and one of my daily mantras, is doing this years and years and years ago, that all I need is within me. And all I need is in me now because God is in me now. God is in me now, so I will lead, not follow. I will create, not destroy. I will believe, not doubt. I will be a force for good and a voice for God. So all I need is within me. Validation from my father, that's great. I love it. Validation from others, it's great. Validation from people's clicks, likes, your shares, absolutely love it. It helps to validate me, like I like it, but I don't need that validation. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It means dearly to me, but I know that all I need is within me. And you need to walk in a place of peace and power and certainty that all you need is within you. So, my friends, I hope you got something from that message. I'll be sharing more and more and more on this topic. And guys, I put this on my Facebook post today. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But, I just talk about, like, a lot of men are reading this or you're watching this and you don't want to publicly comment or like something because, like, shit, man, like, I don't want to, like, it's hitting you. It's hitting you. I know, because I was once in a similar place and one of my mentors was hitting me with his post. I'm like, who is this dude? How is this guy speaking exactly what I'm feeling and hearing inside of here? Like, I felt like it's my twin. It's creepy. It was. So feel free, private message me. You know where to find me on social media, private message me, email me, whatever. Because you don't need to fight the battle alone. You're going to have to fight your battles at times alone, right? But you don't have to fight it alone, right? There's ways to get some accompaniment when you are doing your battles, going into your wars, toughening, strengthening your mindset so that you can go out and do that internal battle. That internal battle you're going to fight alone, but you need to be equipped. You got to stay motivated, educated, inspired, and equipped to do that battle. And that's what I'm here for. You guys take care.